I'm standing right here in Mexico City. This is a marvelous metropolis.
Well, my name is Antonio Mesa. I'm a regional manager with Mexicana Airlines. We are currently located in Teotihuacan, which is one of the many World Heritage Sites that are located throughout the Mexican Republic. Mexico City, we have Teotihuacan, we also have Xochimilco. It's important to mention that the Secretary of Tourism of Mexico City has always been very favorable, and they work very closely with Mexicana Airlines. Mexicana is a leading international carrier from the U.S. to Mexico. We offer, a lot of people don't know, is the largest city in the world, but it has as far as museums are concerned, it has the second highest number of museums throughout the world.
Top of the world! Top of the world! Top of the world! I made it.
Visiting Teotihuacan is an amazing experience.
Teotihuacan? Who built it? Who were they? We don't know. Teotihuacan is not the real name of this place. This civilization is the very first developed here at the central plateau of the Mexican territory. It began to flourish 800 years before Christ. Had an enormous development, became a gigantic city. Had an enormous influence upon all the people living in the Pacific coast, Gulf of Mexico coast, and even in Tikal in Guatemala, we find a structure, a pyramid, that is identical to this. And who built it? What language they spoke? We don't know, because the city existed for 1,000 years. Economical problems, product of the primitive system of cultivation, provoked the abandonment of this magnificent city. The first excavations were done in 1907. Many authors believe that the Toltecs lived here, that this was the capital of the Toltec city. But years after of a study, we know that the Toltec capital city is in Hidalgo, the state of Hidalgo, and is named Tula. Teotihuacan, who named it? The last Indian tribe coming from the north. Who was it? The Aztecs. They passed by here. At that time, Teotihuacan was abandoned since 2 centuries before. And of course, the dust was covering the structures. Cactus, trees were growing in the buildings, but they were always visible because of their grandeur, n'est-ce pas? And the Aztecs, impressed by the greatness of architecture, they said, oh, this place was made by the gods. And they believed that these were tombs, all the structures we have seen at both sides. That's why they named it the Avenue of Death. The Avenue of Death is aligned with the Milky Way. Who was it? The Aztecs. They passed by here. At that time, Teotihuacan was abandoned since 2 centuries before. And of course, the dust was covering the structures. Cactus, trees were growing in the buildings, but they were always visible because of their grandeur, n'est-ce pas? And the Aztecs, impressed by the greatness of architecture, they said, oh, this place was made by the gods. And so they named it Teotihuacan, that means place of the gods. They name also the Pyramid of the Sun, the Pyramid of the Moon, and the Avenue of Death, where we were coming. You saw that on both sides there are chambers. But in the time, Aztecs' time, they were mounds. They looked like mounds that was grass, etc. And they believed that these were tombs, all the structures we have seen at both sides. The 21st of March and the other important dates, the pyramid do not project a single shadow. The avenue itself has an orientation 17 degrees toward the east of the astronomical node. And that is the most important characteristic of the Pyramid of the Sun, and makes this the most important astronomical building of Teotihuacan. And you see the waves representing the movement of the water of the lake. That being a shallow water lake had not a heavy movement. The green circles you see there, so clear, they are symbolizing the chalchihuite. That's the name of the jade. The roof are not original, and the columns, the darker pieces are original. As I told you, 1964 is the time of the discovery of these, and because one single column was almost intact, they find this column almost intact. And I say almost because you can see some clear pieces like this, and this, which obviously are not original. And that's the same with the others. Dark colors, original. Light colors, replica. And out of this, they made the reconstruction of the whole palace. And they named it the Quetzalpapalot, that means the Quetzal, the bird that lives other part of Mexico and Central America, and seems to have wings of butterfly. Papalot is the name for butterfly. The Spanish tell us that the life of the pre-Columbians was very sober, that they had no furniture. There was only a throne for the king, no doors in their buildings, no windows. You can observe, you don't see a window. In 35,000 archaeological sites we have, only the one that is called Civil Chaltún in Yucatan has small windows, and they had an astronomical purpose. But you can see how some of the chambers are in the way they were found. And you can see the remains of the stucco layer that was always covering everything. And the paintings, once again, we find the green circles, which is related to water. You can see there.
This is the window to the world. The rodeo is muy macho.
Fiestas de México, luz, alegría, flores y cohetes, con sus vestidos de relumbrón. Huelen de lejos las enchiladas y la plazuela se deja oír. Una pareja de cancioneros que sus corridos cantan así.
The ladies ride side saddle in their fancy dresses.
Su suegra él lo mató.
Para curar el dolor, mi canto ha de ser alivio para curar el dolor. Que no tenerte, mi amor, para mí es un martirio por ser mi más bella flor.